much, sir, for your kind words. It's been a pleasure to be in this summer school. And when you listen good words from the person who you admire, who you want to be, it's a very great feeling. So good morning, everyone. So let's start the behavioral biases story. Screen is visible?
Yes, visible.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Okay. So I have been asked by Ranjit sir to discuss with you all some of the behavioral biases stories in real life investors. So what behavioral finance actually talks about? It talks that human beings are not always rational. They have certain limitations over their self-control. So whenever there is certain limitation on self-control, it got influenced by certain biases. Now, what is a behavioral bias? Whenever an investor make any investment decision, he has to go through certain process. Whenever he makes certain investment, at the initial days, he feel that, okay, I will watch the market, then I will make the investment. But as soon as his investment grows, he feel confident. He feel that this is the right time when I should make some investment in stock market, some more investment in stock market. So he bought money from different sources and make investment in stock market. Again, when his investment goes up, his confidence also goes up. But then the market shows his color. It started falling. In the falling period, the investor started believing that maybe this is not the right time to be in the market, so I should withdraw all my investment and let's watch the market for a certain period of time. Then I will again come to the market. So I will absorb whatever loss is there in this investment. I will absorb that loss and will make some gain later in this market. So they do some panic selling. Again, when the market started going up, they have started investment in the market. So in this process continues through every investor cycle. So in this process, there is a gap between what they actually think when they come to the market, but on the market pressure, what they actually do. So this gap is termed as behavioral bias, where we ought to do something, but we actually do something else under pressure or in the face of uncertain market. So the first bias I'm going to discuss with you is Dunning-Kruger effect. Dunning-Kruger effect, the name comes from the two psychologists, psychologists, David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who coined the term in 1991. What they found is that where people with low ability, expertise and experience regarding a certain type of task or area or knowledge tend to overestimate their ability or knowledge. So now you may think, then what is the difference? This is all about overconfidence. There is a slight difference between Dunning-Kruger effect and overconfidence. Where the difference lies? Difference lies in overconfidence. There is no degree of there is no degree assigned with the ability or expertise or experience of that particular person. But in Dunning-Kruger effect, people with low ability, when they are having low ability and expertise and overestimates their ability, this is termed as Dunning-Kruger effect. So this is the graph which we termed as Dunning-Kruger graph. The x-axis is the knowledge and y-axis is the confidence. When an investor made an investment, that point of time, he is having low knowledge and low confidence. But when his investment goes up, he is feeling confident. That point of time is termed as peak of Mount Stupid. When he feels that, yes, this is the thing I want to do, this is the thing, this is very easy, investment in stock market is very easy. So this point of time is termed as peak of Mount Stupid. But as I said before, market always shows its color. The investment goes down. That point of time, he feels that there are so many things to learn about the market. And when the market shows a very different trend, that point of time, he tries to sell all his stocks out of panic selling. So, this point of time is termed as valley of despair, when most of the investor, most of the trader sell all their stocks and came out of the market. Again, when market started going upward, that point of time, again some people started making investment. This time is termed as slope of enlightenment. And when a certain point comes when individual learn that how to invest in the market, how to deal all the ups and downs of the market, that particular point is termed as plateau of sustainability. So this is the Dunning-Kruger curve. So let's understand this curve with the help of a real life example. Let's meet Mr. Paul, who lost his job in 2020's lockdown and started investment because he doesn't have much to do that point of time. Everything is closed, so there is no point of searching any job. So he has to do something. So that point of time, he started investing in stock market. This is the time when all the stocks, all the blue chip stocks were 40-50% down. So he started making his investment in some of the good quality stocks. He made his investment in HDFC Bank, TCS, SBI, etc. So immediately after his purchase, the market started giving a bull run. So eventually all his investment is showing blue color. He started gaining all on his investment. So as he started gaining from his investment, he became more intelligent. So he started earning more knowledge from money control and YouTube videos. So in all this money control and YouTube recommendation, he found that they are recommending some stocks which are less known and smaller companies, and they are giving good returns. So he started watching CNBC TV, Z Business. Again, they are predicting market will be a super bullish. They are also recommending this kind of penny stocks. So he feels that while investing in blue chip companies where he is earning only 1 to 2% in a day or in a week, why not? I should invest in these penny stocks where they are giving a good return. Good return means it's more than 30-40% returns in a shorter period of time. So he started investing in those penny stocks and started getting returns. So he felt so confident that he broke all his FDs and made all the investment in market. His profits started zooming because that point of time market is giving good return and all the penny stocks were running like anything. He has even started earning 7 to 10% in a week, which is it's a much better return than FD of 1 to 2 years. Now comes the overconfidence phase. At that point of time, while market started roaring, he also started believing that he is the king of the market. Scam 92 is also that point of time streaming in Netflix. So he also started believing that he will become next Harshad Mehta or Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. So he started borrowing money from personal loan. He sold all his land to invest everything in the market. He has learned about future and options. In future and options, there is if you invest 10,000 rupees, you can invest in 1 lakh rupees. So broker is giving you leverages to make more money. So in this bull market, he is in proper overconfident mood and started gaining from market by selling everything, every other investments. Then again, the main phase of market came, the fall. The fall in the market is inevitable. So this is the story of almost every investor. Every investor who started investing when the market goes up. When the market goes up, in almost in every shares started giving return. So wherever you put your money, you will gain something or other. So this gives the investor overconfidence, or the Dunning-Kruger effect makes them believe that they have picked the right stock. And actually this is not about picking right stock. This is about the market is doing good. So that point of time, that effect, that bias make them believe that they have picked the right stock, and with this they make the mistake and all their investment, they lose all their investment, their confidence shuddered, and they came out of the market. Now those who understand this will succeed in their investment journey and learn from their investment journey and utilize this knowledge to earn from the market. Now, how to overcome this effect? So overcoming this effect, you need to give time to think. You need to challenge your own belief. You need to change your reasoning. You need to learn from feedback. How? See, what Mr. Paul has made, where Mr. Paul has made mistake, he started listening to all the YouTube videos and CNBC hours and started believing on this, on these stories. He doesn't challenge the reasoning they have provided. He doesn't understand why market is behaving like this, and what if market behave differently, what he has to do at that point of time. If that point of time someone suggests that person that this is not the right time to invest in market, or this is not the right stock to pick up, he has to listen this, and he has to understand why that person is saying something different against his belief. He has to he needs to justify his own thinking and have to learn from his from this feedback. Now, the next behavioral bias, which is imposter syndrome. Now, till time we have learned about when people overestimate their knowledge. Imposter syndrome is totally the opposite of this. Here, people believe self-doubt themselves. Say doubt about their skills, talents, and accomplishment. This term is coined by Klintz in 1978. So, let's meet this lady and understand how imposter syndromes work for her. So she is a school teacher. He started his she is a long-term investor. She started her investment journey way back in 2006. Since then, she is investing some sort of money in market. Again, I have chosen the period where market has fall drastically and again picked up drastically, means the lockdown period. I have chosen that period of time. At that period of time, she decided to invest in Tata Motor, SBI, and EKC. So she made this portfolio. She made her investment on 1st of April 2020, and on June 20, 2nd June 20, she has withdrawn her money. In this period of 63 days, where Nifty's returns were 16.55%, she has beaten Nifty by 19.7%, and she earned a return of 36.25%. Again on June 30, in the same three stocks, she has made some investment, and on September 3, she has withdrawn the money. In this 35 days period, she has beaten the market by 34.37%. Again on the same stock, she has made investment in September 22 and withdrawn the money in January 22, 2021. In 121 days, she has beaten market by 54.74%. So with this example, we can see that beating market is not impossible. If someone choose right stock, he or she can beat market at any point of time. But the thing is that after this story, she has stopped making investment in market. Why so? She has done she has earned a good return from the market. She started believing that whatever she has done, whatever return she has earned, it was just a luck. It was not that she has picked the right stock. So for this reason, she thought that okay, fine, whatever I have earned by my luck, it's fine. Now I'm not going to do more investment in the market. So why is it so easy to fall into it? Why, being a investor in market from 2006, why suddenly she started feeling that whatever she has earned, it's just mere luck, not for her knowledge or not for choosing the right stock? Because this imposter syndrome started manifest the moment of success. It justifies the feeling of doubt that persists even after the goal is being achieved. She started feeling what I know is much less than what others knows. So this feeling has make end of her investment journeys, where since 2006 she has been earning a lot, and even in the period where most of the people has made mistake by investing in high market and withdrawing in low market, she has beaten the market very nicely. But that bias has stopped everything, and she has not making any investment in market till then. Now, how to overcome this? Relax and think whether whatever you have earned just because mere luck or just by chance. No, every time it is not like that. There are good investors, there are good people who understand the market, who understand how to pick the stocks. So understand your capability, relax and understand your capability, and then again start making investment, finding a community. If we as a human being, we need a company where we can discuss the same kind of thing what we are actually doing. So if we are not belongs to a community, investment community, over a period of time, it may so happen that we started feeling, okay, what else everyone is doing, we also may do the same thing. We stopped thinking about the investment journey. We stopped thinking about how to choose a particular stock. So there is a need to find a community where you can discuss your thoughts, where you can polish your knowledge. Taking back control with knowledge. There are people who believe that whatever I know is very less, whatever the actual things are there in the market. So they need to take control over their knowledge and start practicing them in the market. and as we know, practice makes a man perfect. So it's very easy to dominate the imposter syndrome if you start practicing over it. So there are some research ideas in these two biases. You can pursue case study of a certain investor to find out whether this two particular syndrome is available or not. We can do personality assessment and portfolio study to establish a correlation between these two. Also, we can see the impact of these two biases on the portfolio selection. Next bias is gambler's fallacy. This is a very common bias in behavioral finance. You might have heard about it already by this time. So what this bias says, gambler's fallacy occurs when an individual erroneously believes that a certain random event is less likely or more likely to happen based on the outcome of the previous events. So when we toss a coin, there is an equal chance of getting head or a tail. But if I toss a coin for 6 times and for the 5th consecutive times it comes out to be a tail, so certain people started believing that as 5th consecutive time it came out to be a tail, to the next toss it will come out as a head. But 6 times also getting a head or tail is having an equal probability, but they have overlooked that probability part and they started believing that because 5th consecutive times it came up to be a tail, so next time it will be a head. This fallacy is also termed as Monte Carlo fallacy, as it's started in a Monte Carlo casino of Las Vegas. And Walsky and Kamen first proposed that gambler's fallacy is also a cognitive bias produced by psychological heuristic. Another bias which is termed as hot hand fallacy, and what does it says? It is the opposite of gambler's fallacy. So in gambler's fallacy, what we have seen, if we toss a coin for the 6th time and 5th consecutive time it comes out to be a tail, 6th time people started believing that it will come as head. But in hot hand fallacy, individual believes that the past successful performance will repeat in future also. So if 5 times it coming out to be a tail, 6 times also it will be a tail. So in this fallacy also, people are overlooking the probability of being selected tossed head or tail, but they have considering the past performance. This terms is originated from the game basketball in 1985 by 3 psychologists, Thomas Galovich, Robert Ballon, and Amos Tversky. So gambler's fallacy and hot hand fallacy, these are opposite to each other. In hot hand fallacy, where it's an erroneous belief that a person who experiences a successful outcome in the past has a greater chance of success in the future attempts. And in gambler's fallacy, an erroneous belief that if an event occurs more frequently than normal in the past is less likely to happen in the future. Now understand this from a story. Mr. Rathi, who is a businessman, he has bought some shares of Adani Wilmar on March 6, 2020 at a 346. So when the share price gone up for 5 consecutive trading days, he feels that as it goes up for a few consecutive days, now it's time it will go down. So he should book the profit. So he sold the Adani Wilmar on March 24, 2022 at 408. But since then, till April 22, the price of Adani Wilmar goes up, and it price goes up to 841. So the bias which has influenced him to sell a good stock was gambler's fallacy. He picked up a right stock, but he could not hold that stock for the certain period of time so that he can book a good amount of profit. Again, he bought some shares in March 15, 2022, EKC shares at 203. The share price goes up for 6 consecutive trading days, and it has gone up to 204 on March 25th, 2022. But then he thought that, okay, yesterday I made some mistake. I sold my Adani Wilmar stocks, which has today it has again gone up to a certain percentage. Okay, so let me keep this EKC stocks for some time, as it has gone up for 6 consecutive trading price. So maybe it will go up again, and I will gain some money. But since March 2022, the stock price has started falling, and till yesterday it never hit his purchase price of 203. So with this example, we have find that Horton fallacy doesn't allow him to sell the stock and book the profit. So how to overcome it? See, this is very easy to overcome this Horton and gambler's fallacy, because whatever event happens, there is an equal chance of success and failure, and every event has an equal probability of the success and failure. But when we think that the event is not independent, the event is a continuation of some other event, there we make the mistake. So we have to understand every event is independent and every event has a beginning. It's not the continuation of a previous event. We have to stop believing our guts, our illusion that we can predict something. If we can reduce that belief, we will be able to handle this gambler's fallacy and Horton fallacy. Some research ideas, case studies can be done on gambler's fallacy and Horton fallacy. Impact of demographic and sociographic variables on gamblers and Horton fallacy can be found out. Gambler's fallacy or Horton fallacy, which bias dominate the investment behavior, can also be found out through studies. Okay, so the next bias is bandwagon effect. What is bandwagon effect? What does it say? The bandwagon effect is a psychological phenomenon in which people do something primarily because other people are doing it. So it's a kind of herd mentality. They do not consider their own belief. They just ignore what they think and override it and go with the others' thought. This term was coined in 19th century in USA in the name of Vaughan, who carried a circus band. So how does it affect the financial market? How does bandwagon affect the financial market? So these are the effects. One is blow off top. What does blow off top means? Blow off top means when a stock price rising steadily up to a certain level, and then suddenly it shoots up quickly. So in this example where Adani Wilmar shares started rising steadily for a certain period of time and suddenly it shoots up. This particular phenomenon is termed as blow off top. Why this happens? Because certain period of time the crowd started following the others. When the crowd started following the others, started following the trend, so there is a huge investment in the market. When the investment raises, obviously the price will go up. So this is in Adani Wilmar's case, this is the blow off top case. Another effect is that sell off. What is sell off? This is the reverse of blow off top. Where a certain a share price falls in a certain rate and suddenly it see the dip. So in NBCC stocks, as you can see, there is a downfall in the stocks, but with a steady level. But suddenly it has dropped drastically. Why it has dropped drastically? Because at certain point the crowd starting following the trend, and when everyone starting selling their stocks, so obviously the share price will go down. The next effect is initial public offer. What happens in initial public offer? When our offerings is well publicized and investor sense that the stock could do well in the market, they started putting their money in that particular IPO. As a result, all the IPOs which came around last year, June to December, all the IPOs got oversubscribed by huge amount. Zomato was oversubscribed by 48%, Latent View oversubscribed by 338%. So this is a huge oversubscription amount. And again, as only few of them got the allotment, so there is a feeling of FOMO was there, feeling of losing out was there. So on the very first day, everyone started to pick that particular stock. As a result, both the stocks stopped their trading on the circuit price, upper circuit price. So this is how bandwagon affects the market. So how to overcome this effect? Investor need to understand that investment decision should always be based on data and logic. It's not that everyone is following something, so I as an individual investor has to follow that. That has to be backed by certain data, certain logic, certain valuable inputs from the market. So when one can understand that logic, they can overcome the problem very easily. Next bias is disposition effect. So this is a very common bias. It's there in almost every investor. It's even without knowing that we are going through these biases, people tend to do the same thing. What does disposition effect says? The tendency among investors to sell stocks which are winners and hold stocks which are losers. Why people do so? Because by selling winning stock, they can prove themselves right. If they sell the losing stock, they will this will give them the feeling that they have made a wrong investment decision. So until and unless they are not selling the stocks, they are not booking the loss. So whatever loss is showing in their portfolio, it's a notional loss, not the actual loss. So they try to hold the losing stocks and sell the winning stocks. This phenomenon was discovered by Sheffrin and Stanford in 1985. What is the impact of disposition effect in stock price? Disposition effects generates higher supply in up-moving market because investors are selling the good quality stocks which is giving them return, and lower supply in down-moving market because people are not selling those stocks, they are holding it. So there is a lack of supply in the market. And how it's impact the portfolio? See, it is not an easy task to get a good stock and earn profit from it. So it takes a lot of time for everyone to identify that particular stock. Just for the sake of making you feel that you have made a right choice, and selling the stock is not a good thing. Finding out the next stock is not an easy task. And secondly, selling winners is tax inefficient. When we sell some shares in profit, we have to pay tax for it. So investors need to find out how they can avoid, how they can postpone this tax obligation. Also, if you sell loss-making stocks, it can be a tax-efficient decision because you can set off that loss, set off that short-term or long-term loss against your short-term and long-term capital gain. So here comes a real-life story. Mrs. Roy, who is a banking professional, she used to hold stocks where she is booking losses. She has bought Adani drug stock at 826. Right now, the Adani drug stock is at 325, but she has not booked the loss. She has still holding it. Whereas in GMDC, Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation, she bought the shares at 62 and sold it at 71. She has booked the profit. Right now the stock is at 121. Similarly, she has booked profit in Punjab National Bank, but she has not booked profit in Majesco, which is today's date, its stock price is at 82. She has booked profit in IIITA, which I have already given an example that the stock price is at around 154, but she has booked profit long back. Similarly, Alchem Laboratories. So wherever she is making profit, she has booked everything. Even the small profit she has booked in a small period of time. But those stocks where she has made a huge loss, she has not. She is still holding the stocks and making her portfolio a weak one. So how to overcome this? We have to very simple technique. We have to understand that we are going through the bias of disposition effect, and we have to use certain logic rather than emotion. We need not have to go through the emotion that if we sell the winning stocks, we are the winner, and we are still holding the losing stock. But as we have not booked the loss So we have not yet made the wrong decision. There time may come that when this loss making stock will give us a huge return. So we need to stop thinking about this, and we need to select right stock and hold that for a longer period of time. That's all. These are the 5 biases which I have actually able to prepare for you all. These are some of my publications. You may go through all these publications. For any query, feedback, and research collaboration, I am available on this number and in this mail ID. Thank you. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Jayashree. Any question?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.